Have you ever felt like someone close to you might not be as supportive as they seem? Maybe it's a friend, a colleague, or even a family member who just doesn't seem genuinely happy for you when things go well. It's a strange feeling to have, and it's often hard to pinpoint exactly what's going on. But the truth is, jealousy is common, and it can come from people we least expect. Sometimes, jealousy doesn't show up in obvious ways. It can be hidden behind small comments, subtle behaviors, or just a lack of support. And if you don't recognize it, jealousy can slowly drain your energy, undermine your confidence, and even impact your peace of mind. In today's video, we're going to talk about 9 signs that can help you identify if someone in your life might be acting out of jealousy. These signs can be subtle, but once you know what to look for, you'll be able to spot them with ease. This isn't about calling people out or starting drama. It's about protecting your own well-being and surrounding yourself with people who genuinely support you. So, if you're ready to uncover these hidden signs of jealousy and take control of your relationships, let's dive right in. Why recognizing jealousy matters. Jealousy is a common human emotion, but when it's directed at you by someone close, it can silently impact your life in ways you may not immediately notice. Recognizing jealousy in others is important because it often affects the quality of your relationships, your mental well-being, and even your ability to pursue your goals confidently. A jealous friend or family member might subtly discourage you, leaving you feeling uncertain about your achievements or second-guessing your choices. Over time, this can chip away at your self-confidence and create a toxic environment around you. Knowing the signs of jealousy allows you to approach these situations with a clearer perspective. Instead of getting confused or doubting yourself, you can identify what's happening and take steps to protect your peace of mind. For example, if you notice that a friend always downplays your successes or criticizes you for no reason, understanding that it might be coming from jealousy can help you distance yourself from their negativity. This knowledge empowers you to maintain a circle of people who genuinely support you, rather than those who might hold you back. Recognizing jealousy doesn't just help you handle individual relationships, it also helps you focus on your goals without unnecessary distractions or doubts. Sign 1. They downplay your success. One of the clearest signs of jealousy is when someone consistently downplays your achievements. Imagine you've just reached a big milestone. Maybe you landed a promotion, finished a challenging project, or achieved a personal goal. Most people who genuinely care about you would be excited and happy for you. They cheer you on and celebrate your success. But a jealous person reacts differently. Instead of showing support, they might brush it off as no big deal or say something like, "Oh, that's cool, but it's not that hard," or "Anyone could have done that." This type of response is a way of undermining your accomplishment. Jealousy makes people uncomfortable because it reminds them of things they feel they lack. When they see you succeed, it stirs up insecurities, so they try to minimize your achievements. By downplaying what you've accomplished, they can protect their own ego and feel better about their own situation. This is often done subtly, but over time you may notice a pattern. Each time you share good news, they always have some reason to make it seem less impressive. Another common approach from a jealous person is to add a backhanded compliment. They might say something like, "I guess you got lucky this time," or "That's great for now, but let's see if it lasts." These comments may seem harmless at first, but they reveal the person's discomfort with your success. It's as if they can't genuinely be happy for you without adding a touch of negativity. Recognizing this behavior is important, as it can influence how you feel about your accomplishments. If someone close to you repeatedly downplays your success, you may start doubting yourself. Don't let their reactions dim your achievements. Your hard work and success are valid, and you deserve to feel proud. Surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your wins and support your growth. Jealous people may never change, but recognizing their behavior can help you protect your confidence and keep moving forward. Sign 2. They act overly critical. When someone is jealous of you, one clear sign to watch for is if they're overly critical. A jealous person might find ways to criticize you, even if there's really nothing to criticize. They'll look for flaws, point out mistakes, and find small ways to undermine your confidence. Imagine you're excited to share a new project you've been working on, and instead of giving support, they start pointing out all the things that could go wrong. Or maybe you're wearing a new outfit, and they're quick to mention something negative about it instead of just saying, "You look great." They might say things like, "Are you sure this is right for you?" Or, "I mean, if you're okay with that choice." It's never direct. They hide their criticism behind subtle comments and judgmental looks. This behavior can be hurtful and confusing. It's natural to wonder if they're genuinely concerned or if there's something more to it. But often, this overly critical attitude comes from a place of jealousy. When they criticize you, they feel a little better about themselves. They might see your progress as a threat, so they try to bring you down to their level. If you start to notice this pattern, it's a good idea to take a step back. Don't let their negativity affect your confidence or make you second-guess yourself. Their words may sting, but remember that their criticism is more about their own insecurities than any real flaw in you. You don't need everyone's approval to succeed. Focus on those who support you. Dealing with overly critical people can be draining, so set boundaries if needed. Sometimes, limiting your interactions with people who constantly judge or criticize you can be one of the best things you do for your own well-being. Recognizing this behavior is the first step to making sure it doesn't impact your progress or self-esteem. Sign 3. They're secretly competitive. One of the easiest ways to spot jealousy is when someone around you turns everything into a competition. You might notice that instead of simply being happy for you, they feel the need to outdo you or prove they can achieve the same thing but better. It's as if your success triggers an urge in them to one-up you or even dismiss your achievements. For example, imagine you just finished a big project at work, and instead of congratulating you, they respond with something like, "That's cool, but I'm working on something even more challenging right now." Their response isn't really about celebrating your success. It's about trying to shift the attention back to themselves. This competitive nature can sometimes be subtle. Let's say you take up a new hobby, like painting or learning a language. Suddenly, they're interested in it too. At first, it might seem like they're just trying to share an interest with you, but over time, it becomes clear they're not just participating. They're trying to do it better, faster, or more intensely than you. If you've been learning Spanish for a few months, they might start making a big deal about learning it in a shorter time or taking more advanced classes than you. This type of competitive behavior often stems from insecurity. They may feel that your achievements highlight something they lack, and they believe that by competing with you, they can't level the playing field or feel better about themselves. The constant comparison can make it difficult to feel supported around them because they're always trying to shift the spotlight back to their own actions. If you notice someone who turns your goals, hobbies, or even personal growth into a competition, it's a red flag of jealousy. Understanding this can help you keep perspective so you don't get drawn into their competitive mindset. You can choose to focus on your own journey instead, rather than getting caught up in their need to compete. Sign 4. They're unsupportive during good times. One of the clearest signs of jealousy is when someone close to you is surprisingly unsupportive during your good times. You might expect friends, family, or colleagues to celebrate your achievements, big or small. But a jealous person reacts differently. Instead of cheering you on, they might go silent or give you a lukewarm response. Imagine you've been working hard toward a promotion, and when it finally happens, most people are happy for you except this one person. They might say something like, "Oh, that's nice," with a tone that feels indifferent, or they might avoid mentioning your success altogether. Jealousy can make it hard for people to genuinely feel happy for others. Instead of sharing in your joy, they're more focused on how your success makes them feel about themselves. This doesn't mean they hate you. It's just that they're uncomfortable with what your achievement represents. Maybe it reminds them of something they haven't accomplished, or they feel threatened by the idea of you moving forward in life. Another way jealous people might show a lack of support is by downplaying your accomplishments. If you share exciting news, they might respond by pointing out the negatives or making comments that make your success seem small. For example, if you tell them about starting a new business, they could say, "That sounds risky. Are you sure it's going to work?" rather than congratulating you. It's important to notice these reactions and take them seriously. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to confront them directly, but be aware that this unsupportive behavior can affect you if you let it. Instead, focus on the people who do support and uplift you. Life is challenging enough without the added weight of others' jealousy. So, cherish those who are happy to see you succeed, and remember, true friends and loved ones will celebrate with you without reservations. Sign 5. They're excited when you fail. One clear sign of jealousy is when someone seems unusually happy or relieved when you face a setback. This could be a friend, a coworker, or even a family member who seems to light up when things don't go your way. While most people naturally show empathy when you share bad news or a disappointment, a jealous person may have a different reaction. They might say, "I knew that would happen," or "maybe you're just not cut out for that." These types of comments don't help you, they just make you feel worse. Jealous people feel a secret sense of satisfaction when they see you stumble or fail, even if they don't admit it openly. Instead of lifting you up or helping you, they may say things to subtly remind you of your mistakes. Could be a past failure they keep bringing up, or they might make small comments that hint at your struggles. It's almost like they're relieved to see you have a hard time because it makes them feel more secure about their own position or abilities. This behavior can be draining and can even impact your confidence if you're not careful. When you're going through a tough time, you need support, not someone pointing out your weaknesses or saying, "I told you so." A real friend or supportive person will be there to listen, offer encouragement, and help you look for solutions. They won't use your hardships to make themselves feel better or to subtly put you down. If you notice this behavior repeatedly, it's a strong sign that jealousy is at play. It's wise to distance yourself from people who take pleasure in your struggles. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed and who will be there for you through ups and downs. Remember, those who truly care will never celebrate your setbacks. They'll help you find your way forward. Sign 6. They imitate your style or choices. A jealous person often feels insecure about their own identity or accomplishments. One way they express this is by imitating you. It might seem like a harmless form of flattery at first, but if you pay attention, you might start to notice a pattern. When someone is jealous of you, they may start copying your style, your hobbies, or even your decisions, sometimes to an uncomfortable degree. For example, you might mention that you're starting a new fitness routine or picking up a new hobby like painting or playing a musical instrument. Soon after, they're talking about doing the same thing, often saying they've always wanted to try that or it's such a great idea. They might even go as far as buying the same clothes or accessories that you wear, or picking up the same gadgets you use. If it's a person who's always had their own style or choices, this sudden shift can be a red flag that they are trying to match your life, perhaps because they feel threatened or envious of your success or happiness. The imitation goes beyond just material things. It could be how they start to mirror your behavior, your attitude, or even your way of speaking. It's not just coincidence. It's a sign that they feel the need to replicate your life in order to feel better about themselves or to compete with you. Sometimes, the imitation can feel like a way for them to undermine your uniqueness or individuality. They want to be seen as having the same things or doing the same things, but without acknowledging your original effort or the journey it took for you to get there. This type of behavior isn't necessarily about admiration. It's often about comparison. The jealous person may feel that by copying you, they can level the playing field or lessen their feelings of inadequacy. If you notice this happening, it's important to recognize it for what it is and decide whether you're comfortable continuing to engage with someone who is constantly imitating you out of envy. Sign 7. They spread gossip or rumors about you. One of the clearest signs that someone might be jealous of you is when they start spreading gossip or rumors behind your back. This behavior can be subtle or more obvious, but either way, it's a huge red flag. Jealous people often feel threatened by your success or happiness, and instead of confronting you directly, they try to undermine you by talking negatively about you to others. They might twist things you've said, exaggerate small mistakes, or even invent stories to make you look bad. For example, let's say you've recently achieved something significant, like a promotion at work or a personal accomplishment. Instead of congratulating you, they might tell others that you only got ahead because of luck or that you don't deserve it. The goal here isn't to have an honest conversation with you. It's to damage your reputation and make others question your worth. Sometimes, the gossip might not even be about something as serious as a big achievement. Could be about small things like how you look or your personality. A jealous person might tell others that you're too confident, too proud, or even that you're fake, just to lower their perception of you. This behavior is a way for them to feel more in control or better about themselves. They need to bring you down in order to lift themselves up. It's important to recognize when gossip is being spread about you, especially if it's coming from someone who should be supporting you. If you hear rumors that are untrue or are exaggerated, it's often a sign that jealousy is behind them. And while it can be tempting to confront the person, it's often better to simply focus on your own path and let your success speak for itself. In the end, those who truly know you won't be swayed by the jealousy of others. Sign 8. They are passive-aggressive. One of the clearest signs of jealousy in someone is passive-aggressive behavior. This means instead of expressing their jealousy directly, they use subtle, indirect ways to show their negative feelings. Passive-aggressive behavior often comes across as comments or actions that seem harmless on the surface but are meant to hurt or undermine you. For example, you might hear things like, "Wow, it must be nice to have so much free time," or "I wish I could travel like you." But some of us have real responsibilities. These types of remarks sound innocent, but they carry hidden resentment. They may even act like they're giving you a compliment, but you can tell that their words have a sting. Another example could be when they make sarcastic comments about your success or achievements. If you tell them about a promotion or something you're excited about, they might say, "Well, you must have really worked hard for that, didn't you?" with a tone that makes you feel like they don't really believe you deserve it. They might also ignore your good news altogether, but later, when something goes wrong in your life, they'll act like they've been there for you all along, offering fake sympathy. The tricky thing about passive-aggressive behavior is that it can be difficult to confront. Since it's not always overt, it can be hard to call out. But it's important to pay attention to these signs because, over time, this type of behavior can chip away at your confidence and make you feel uncomfortable around that person. If you notice someone in your life constantly acting passive-aggressive toward you, it's essential to protect your peace. Don't let these subtle jabs slide, and consider whether this person should remain in your inner circle. Addressing the issue directly or distancing yourself from them may be necessary for your emotional well-being. Sign 9. They try to undermine your confidence. One of the clearest signs of a jealous person is when they try to make you doubt yourself, especially when you're feeling good or excited about something. Jealous people often feel insecure about their own abilities, so they try to bring you down to make themselves feel better. This might not always be obvious, but it can show up in small comments or actions that slowly chip away at your confidence. For example, let's say you've been working on a new project or you've achieved something you're really proud of. A jealous person might say something like, "Are you sure that's a good idea? I don't think it'll work." Or they could remind you of past mistakes, saying things like, "Remember the last time you tried something like this? It didn't turn out too well." These comments might seem like they're trying to help or offer advice, but deep down, they're actually meant to make you feel uncertain about your abilities. Sometimes they might even subtly downplay your strengths, as if to remind you that others are doing better. For instance, if you've improved in an area like fitness or a new skill, they might say something like, "Oh, well, so-and-so is much better at that than you," or "You're getting there, but it's going to take a lot more work." It's as though they're trying to plant the seed of doubt in your mind, making you second-guess whether you're really as good as you think. The sad truth is that jealous people want you to feel like you're not enough. They do this because, in their mind, if you're not confident, you're less of a threat to their own self-esteem. In these situations, it's important to recognize these behaviors and remind yourself of your value. Don't let their negativity take away your confidence or stop you from reaching your goals. Stay focused, trust your abilities, and surround yourself with people who lift you up rather than pull you down. How to handle jealous people. Dealing with jealous people can be tricky, but it's important to protect your own peace and well-being. Here are some simple ways to handle these situations. First, set clear boundaries. If you notice someone acting jealous, it's okay to distance yourself from them. You don't have to share every part of your life with people who bring negativity. Keeping your distance helps you avoid unnecessary drama and protects your energy. Second, avoid oversharing. Jealous people often feel threatened by your success, so it's a good idea to keep some things to yourself. If you've accomplished something big or are excited about a new project, you don't have to share all the details. This way, you avoid giving them reasons to feel envious or try to bring you down. Lastly, if the person is close to you, consider confronting them gently. Sometimes, people don't even realize they're acting out of jealousy. In a calm and kind way, you can talk to them about how their behavior is affecting you. This might help clear the air and give them a chance to change their ways. The key is to protect yourself while also maintaining your peace. Surround yourself with people who genuinely support you and lift you up. Jealousy can be tricky to spot, but now that you know the signs, you can protect yourself from its negative effects. By recognizing these behaviors early, you can set boundaries, focus on your goals, and surround yourself with people who genuinely support you. Remember, you deserve to have people around you who lift you up, not bring you down. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. I'd also love to hear from you. Drop a comment below if you've ever experienced these signs of jealousy in your life, or if you have any tips for handling it. Thanks for watching.